the reality is, yes, it looks alright, but look, in real life, you have to think about this from the reality of what you're actually experiencing. The audience isn't going to see the tether in the dark. The audience is going to see the two fireballs coming up, and you have a lot of leeway because it's fireballs. And even if the fireballs are like that, right, it just makes the fireball look bigger. And they're not really, like a normal layperson isn't going to know that they didn't come to and hit each other properly, like more like that. They're not going to know. So the fire itself will hide a lot. If you can get it to look good with the LED without it on fire, then you're in great shape. How much force you need to apply when it's heavier is going to be different, which might, in order to counterbalance the heavier force, you might be applying the force in the wrong direction, which might be causing them to hit. The one behind the head is total masturbation. Unless you're performing it like that, they're not even going to see you doing it. It just disappears behind you. Right? So if you're executing it like this, and then it just disappears behind you, they're not going to really see that. So it's not even necessary to have it be super clean from a performance perspective necessary. I mean, obviously, we always want to be our best, and reality is you have to practice, and you know. I will say though, if you need an actual explicit drill that's helpful, what you can do is go up to a wall, leave space, and practice this, right? And then back up closer and closer and closer to the wall. And then practice this, this one would be my weaker one, and then back up closer and closer and closer to the wall. And then do this, and back up closer and closer and closer to the wall. That I think is the drill of choice for how to make that work. But I do think you can also get a sense without a wall, if you don't have a blank wall, and I do think this is a good one to have an empty wall for, you can stand like this relative to a camera, where you're practicing the two hands, and you're seeing, like individually, but on the side to see how, like, is it wobbling out to there, right? Or wobbling out to behind you as you're going out like to there, as opposed to flatter like that. So that you can do it that way. And then you can also see how tight it is to your body from the camera perspective, which you wouldn't be able to do because you don't want to be looking to the side. You want to be looking straight ahead while you're doing it, right? So I think that's another trick to help you get more precision with it. Again, I think it's deceptively, it isn't hard per se, and precision takes time and training. It's another one of those simple and not always easy to get precise kind of movements.